Welcome, viewers, to the, I guess, first ever sports bets, but mostly chaos edition of Can Cohoon Guess the Spread? Now, just to give you a little background of how this works, Cohoon and I, over the last, I don't know, 2, 3 years, we like to do this thing where when the spreads come out for the NFL games for that week, we just go through each single game and we just try to see if Cahoon can guess the spread on just on the dot and see how close he can get to it. So, and the
Mhm.
difference is now is that before we never had a podcast and now we do. So, what better way but to bring that to you to see just how well Kahuni is at this.
Or
So,
how bad I am.
or how bad it is. So,
We'll see.
we're
I
gonna
know I
see how
did
this
really
thing
good last
goes,
year.
but it's gonna be a nice little weekly little short segment we're gonna have between the two of us, just for all these games. So what do we decide, John? Remind me really quick. So if you get it's 3 points,
If
three
it's
points if you get it right on the
three,
spot.
it's 3 points if I get it right on the spot. It's 1 point if I'm 1 point off, and if I get four or more off, it's minus 1 point.
Okay.
So this should be interesting. See how I do now that
All right.
I'm on the spot even more than normal.
Yes, but don't worry. At least there's not a live audience, so no one can judge you while you're doing it. They will only judge you while they watch it later. So, all right. Well, without further ado, let's kick things off. We're going to start with Thursday Night Football. It's your Dallas Cowboys visiting the defending Super Bowl champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, and so how are we gonna do this? Should I pretend like I didn't listen to Jason earlier because he already spoiled it?
Well,
What would you think?
oh,
I
say,
because I was gonna say 7.5, but I already know that Jason said it was 6.5 because that wasn't paying attention.
okay. So,
Uh,
what are you locking in as your
I'll
final answer here?
no, I'm gonna go with the 7.5 and just pretend because I don't want to cheat too much, and that's where I was gonna say. So
Okay. Well, seven and
I
a
know
half.
it, I know it is 6.5 though.
It's his final answer, but it is incorrect. But you were only off by the one. It was 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore, you
Yeah.
do still get the 1 point there. So,
And for the viewers, we go by the ESPN
oh, I'm sorry. I did forget to mention that.
Pick'em
Yes. Our ESPN
challenge.
Pick'em Challenge. So wherever you maybe normally get your spreads, if you do any bets online
Mhm.
or any Vegas casinos or anywhere, wherever you can do, wherever you can place your bets. Yeah, we go by the Pick'em spreads. So and they're
Yeah,
always they're
I
always going
think
to be a half number. It's never going to be
yeah.
never be an even. So
I think that Buccaneers spread actually gone up ever since now that Zach Martin's out for the
yeah,
game.
it's
But
been kind of changing
I
wherever you
don't I
go.
don't look at spreads. I
Yeah,
do
I
not
think
look at
some.
spreads until we do this show.
Yeah, so all right. Well, we got that one. We know you did kind of hear it earlier, but at least we
Mm-hmm.
know you were completely blind to these next ones. So here we go. We're
Mm-hmm.
jumping to the Sunday slate. We're starting off with the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome to take on the Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go with Atlanta 2.5.
He's going with Atlanta 2.5. Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
And Atlanta 2.5 is actually incorrect, but it is
Mm.
only off by one. It is Atlanta -3.5 right now.
Mm.
-3.5. Well, I guess
Okay.
lock in. So
Okay.
pretty
So
close.
so so Vegas thinks Atlanta's favored. Okay.
Yep, yep. So all right, to the next one we go. A highly anticipated matchup in the AFC to get things going right at the beginning of the season. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
That wasn't the game. I thought you were teasing, but okay. Um, let's go with Bills 6.5.
He's going to take Buffalo at -6.5. Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
And your final answer is correct, baby. Congratulations on the first one right on the dot. It is the Buffalo Bills -3, or I'm sorry, -6.5 to get you 3 points. So hey, so far, off to a good start. Good one. I like it. Oh, should we also mention that you are going to have every single week you have your lock of the week after you learn a
Yes,
certain
I do.
spread?
How do you, what should be should there be like should there be
Punishment if you get it wrong.
minus a punishment if I get it wrong or something like that?
I think you might need to use like 5 points for that.
Lose 5 points. So whatever my
Yeah.
total was for the week. What if I get it right though? Just gain 1 point.
You can get 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. So, all right. As we advance on, it is the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Dirty Natty.
Let's go with Vikings 3.5.
He's going to take Minnesota -3.5. Is that your final answer?
Sure.
And his final answer is correct, baby. That's another 3 points. He's got back-to-back on the money.
Wow.
It is Minnesota favored by 3.5 on the road. So was that your for sure lock of the week that you're taking there, or you just
No. I'm just saying when I do my lock of the week, it's gonna be something.
I'm familiar. Funny. I'm familiar with your lock of the week, and I know it's not that. So
I know.
So all right, well, let's keep this thing going. We head now.
I don't think I have like an actual like. I think I just every week I do something funky.
No, there is one thing you always do, but we'll see if you do it, and I'll tell you if you do it or not. So
I knowing me, I'll probably forget, and then like one of these days I'll end up doing it. You're like, there it was.
All right, well let's move it on. So Dan Campbell has a tough first game, I would say, as the head coach of the Lions, because they host the San Francisco 49ers. Remember, Niners on the road, which I'm sure you know, but I'm just going to repeat it, make sure it doesn't sound like I misworded it to confuse you.
Niners 8.5.
He's going to go -8.5 in favor of the Niners. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And it is incorrect, but only by 1. It is 7.5 in favor of the Niners. 7.5 for the Niners. So, all right, we move on.
Good start.
Good so far. Let's see what you do with this one. All right, it is Calamari and the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Tennessee to take on Derrick Henry and the Titans.
Titans 5.5.
Titans 5.5. Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
That one is incorrect. I'm going to get the buzzer, even though you weren't off by enough to cost you points, but Tennessee is only favored by 2.5 for this game.
Really? So neutral field, they have Arizona is the better team. Interesting. I wonder how much that has to do with Tanahan's injury, or not injury, COVID issues.
Maybe.
Also, Julio Jones is questionable.
Yep, I did see that.
Ooh, that's very close to the lock of the week for me. We'll finish it out. We'll see what happens by the end of the day.
Sure.
If Tanahan and Julio are both healthy, I think that's my lock of the week. We'll get there.
All right. Well, we're still on the Sunday morning slate here, as we have another NFC versus AFC showdown. This time, it's the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Tough one, I can already tell.
Oh yeah, this is I don't know where to go with this game. Like, the Colts defense is so good that it's like, is Seattle going to be able to score? At the same time, Colts offense has been dealing with all the COVID and all the other bullshit. I'm going to say Indy 3.5.
He's going to take Indy fair by 3.5. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And that is incorrect, but only off by 1, as Indy is favored by 2.5.
That's So Vegas has Seattle as the better team on neutral. Okay, that was close.
All right, another probably good matchup here, depending on how you look at it. It's the LA Chargers taking on the Washington Fitzmagic football team.
I think this is one of the closest spread-wise on the whole slate because they're in what is it, FedEx Field?
Yeah,
in DC.
it's in Washington.
Yeah, and it's a West Coast team going at a 1:00, 10:00 game for their time. I'm gonna say Washington football team 1.5.
He's going to take the Washington football team to be favored by 1.5. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. You get a buzzer. You had the 1.5 right. It's just that the LA Chargers are the ones favored, but it's still only off by 2. I don't know if there's any punishment for the fact of getting the wrong team. I mean, if it's that close, I don't really know.
We never talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I knew that. I knew that was easily one of the toughest on the slate.
Yeah.
Interesting. So neutral field Broncos are 4.5 point favorites. Wow. Okay.
The Chargers.
Defense.
The Chargers.
Go Chargers. Go.
Yeah. We'll get one of those soon. Don't worry, it's coming. So, all right. Still still got some morning games to get to. It's the New York Jets, 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 taking on the Carolina Panthers. It's in Carolina, by the way.
Do you know what narrative this is?
The fact that it's Sam Darnold facing his former team in his first game with the Panthers. How hilarious is that?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Revenge narrative for Darnold. And I think Darnold's going to come out firing. But obviously, this isn't who I think is going to win. This is Pick'em spread. Let's see. Let's take Carolina 5.5.
Carolina 5.5. Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had
I was like, what is that?
But it is incorrect. But Carolina is favored by 4.5. 4.5 for Carolina.
Okay. Got a point.
All right. This is the last.
So far, only 2 buzzers. Not bad.
Yeah. But I mean, you got points in every one of them, so you haven't missed by a lot. So
just 2. Well, yeah, you do buzzers if I get it. Don't get anything. So
no, I just do buzzers when you're off by like a few. You haven't done anything to lose points.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I don't get any points, you do buzzer. I don't even want to know what the.
No, you've gotten points in every game you've done so far. I just buzzed the ones that like were like a little bit like noticeably off that were more than by like a couple or whatever. Like I did the Washington LA game, even though you were only 2 off, but you just had the wrong team. So I just felt like that deserved a buzzer.
I didn't get any points that game.
No, we didn't. You said the points need to be off by either 4 or more. You're only off by 2 points essentially in that.
No. If it's 4 or more, I minus points.
Yeah, you haven't lost any points in any of your picks yet.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is that game I got 0 points. I didn't get a single point.
You're right. I've been scoring this wrong. Shit. Okay, let me do this really quick. It's our first time doing this legit, okay? So you got 1 in the Tampa Bay game. You got 1 in the Atlanta game. You got 3 in the Buffalo game. You got 3 in the Minnesota game. Detroit, you got 1. Tennessee, you got that. You got 0 there. Indy, you got one. Washington football team, you got none. And then Carolina, you got one. Okay, well, it was only 2 games. I accidentally gave you a point when you didn't deserve it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The 2 games you buzzed so far. So yeah, if I don't get a single point, buzzer, and then if I lose points, I'm not looking forward to what the sound effect's going to be.
All right. Well, this is the last of the Sunday morning slate. It is.
This is the most important game of the
the anticipated debut of Trevor Lawrence on the road to take on Tyrod Taylor and the Houston Texans. Yes, it is Jaguars at Texans. It's the last game on the 10 a.m. slate.
Wait. Why did I think Kansas City Cleveland was on the 10 a.m. slate? Oh, interesting.
Because you're usually wrong, so
yeah, screw you too. Honestly, is there anything with the Texans playing that's seen as, whatever. This is disgusting. This game is actually filthy. I'm going to say Texans 3.5.
So you're going to take the Texans minus 3.5, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that's your final answer.
Mm-hmm.
And that answer is... That is...
This guy stinks!
I want winners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jacksonville is favored in this game by 2.5 points.
Neutral field. They're how many? You said they're what? 2.5. So neutral field they'd be 5.5. Interesting. Okay. Vegas is a bigger believer in Trevor Lawrence and that shitty offense than I am. I'm actually taking Houston's defense to have a really good game. I do not believe in that offensive coordinator whatsoever. I think he's awful.
Well, so that was your first minus point there. So
Yep.
So all right, well, we'll shift things over. This is now the Sunday afternoon slot, and it starts off with a bang. It's the Cleveland Browns at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Really an afternoon game? Okay. Said Browns at Chiefs, right?
Yes.
God, why can't this be the Thursday night game? It's so much more
Well, if the Chiefs would have won the Super Bowl, maybe they would have. But, they got to have the Super Bowl defending champs play that opening game.
Not always. That didn't happen 2 years ago. All right.
Yeah, that was because they couldn't. They had the scheduling confliction, remember?
Mm-hmm. Let's go since Kansas City 6.5.
Kansas City 6.5. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect, but only off by 1. Kansas City is favored by 5.5. 5.5. All right, we have a showdown in the AFC East. It's Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins headed to New England to take on Mac Jones and the Patriots.
Patriots 5.5.
He's taking New England. You said minus 5.5, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's your final answer.
Mm-hmm.
That is incorrect, and it even gets one of these. Because New England is favored by just 2.5.
Okay. So I didn't lose points.
Nope, just a 0 for that one, though.
That's getting very close to lock of the week, too. Whew.
All right. 2 more Sunday afternoon games to go over, and this is I guess maybe a big one, depending how you look at it. It's Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers headed to Jacksonville to take on the no longer Drew Brees New Orleans Saints.
Now this is the very interesting game because obviously if you're the home team,
Superdome.
If you're the home team, you're automatically given 3 points. They're not at home. So did Vegas and ESPN pick them, give them the 3 points by mistake, even though they're not at home, which actually happened a couple of times last year during the whole COVID fiascos. I'm going to go and say they didn't, and I'm going to say Green Bay 5.5.
Okay, you're taking Green Bay minus 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
That's your final answer.
Yes.
That is incorrect. I think you did smart by using that mindset, but I would say based on that knowledge, I don't think they did that because Green Bay is favored by just 2.5.
Oh, why is Vegas so stupid? All right.
Oh,
Lock of the week.
lock of the week. Green Bay covers the 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing a lock.
Did I do what you said I usually do?
No,
No, damn it.
It's a form of it though. So, all right.
Yep, Green Bay is my lock of the week. There's no way they should be 2.5 point favorites.
All right. Well, we'll keep that. Mark the tape on that one. All right. Moving on. The last Sunday afternoon's game. It is the Denver Broncos headed to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Football Giants.
Oh, I hate this game.
Yeah, not fond of this one.
Oh man, this is disgusting. Teddy Bridgewater versus Danny Dimes, or more like Danny Trips. Can I just skip this game? Giants 3.5.
All right, you're taking the New York Giants minus how many again?
3.5.
3.5. That's your final answer.
Yes.
And that answer is oh, it's incorrect.
You are one pathetic loser.
Yeah.
Really? That bad, huh?
Yeah. Denver is favored in this game by 1.5.
Okay. I can see that. Really? Actually, I can't see that.
And also a bummer for you because
Neutral.
you missed the spread by 4 points, which means it's a minus point.
Well, obviously, considering you're the whole you're a pathetic loser, right?
Yeah, I know. I just gotta say it for the viewers.
I got it.
Just gotta say it for the viewers.
Well, for the viewers, if you just hear I got it incorrect. If you hear more sound bites making fun of me,
I think they know what a wrong
obviously
sounds of. Okay.
Well, you said it for the viewers, so you have to for yourself. Really, Vegas on a neutral field has Denver as a 4. I don't see that. Okay, I don't see it.
All right. We head to Sunday night football from Los Angeles. It's the Chicago Bears headed to LA to take on the LA Rams.
First game in the new stadium with fans, a new quarterback facing off against the Red Rifle. Let's go Rams 7.5.
He's taking the Rams minus 7.5. Is that your final answer? And it is incorrect. But the Rams favored by 6.5 in this game.
Interesting.
So it is a point. It is a point for you there. So all right.
Aaron Donald's going to destroy the Red Rifle.
And now we shift to Monday Night Football. You mentioned it.
Is there 2 games?
No, there's only 1 game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
only one Monday night game this year, huh?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Only one game, and
So,
like you mentioned, it was the first regular season game in LA with fans. This is also going to be the first regular season game in Vegas with fans, and it is the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Ravens 5.5.
He's taking the Ravens -5.5. That's your final answer. It is incorrect. But Baltimore is favored by 4.5. 4.5.
Oh, of course they are.
So, hey, not bad though. Let's see. What am I? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, you lost 1, 10, 11, back 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 points in week 1. You had two on the money. And you only had 1, 2, 3, 4 straight misses, and then you had 2 that were just off by a lot. So,
and I feel like I have one of the easiest locks of the weeks.
And yes, Green Bay is his lock of the week to cover the 2.5 spread. So, all right.
Until next time.
Thank you all very much for tuning in, as this will be a just another reoccurring little short bit we'll have between the two of us on the podcast on the YouTube channel. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. We will see you all very, very soon.